So how's it guys, Rybox here and welcome back to another episode of the MotoGP 20 career mode. And today we're going to be heading into the Austrian Grand Prix and then also our home Grand Prix. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far and let's head into Austria. So here we are on Q2. Today's the day we get our championship back on track. Marquez has been doing so well over the last few episodes and we've been struggling in this mid-season. So let's get it back on track. Let's go for pole position here at Austria. I know we're very quick at this track historically, and then also our home Grand Prix we tend to do pretty well at as well. So let's see if we can get pole position here in qualifying 2 at Austria. So in the end then, Marquez pipped us to pole by 1/10 of a second. But it's going to be a wet race, so this is going to spice everything up and could throw the field up on its head. And here is the rain at Austria. We're going to have to go for a little bit of extra fuel, I think. Just one lap, and soft, wet front and rear tyres. That's what we always go for here in the wet conditions, but the track isn't going to dry up, which means it's going to be fairly consistent throughout the race. So let's see if we can get Marc Marquez at turn number 1. I don't know if we will, to be honest. He tends to get the better start out of us, but I'm not going to give up. Oh, we've jumped him into turn number 1. Avoid the wet paint. And there we go, traction down, and we're up into P1. We're going to flip it back into power mode 1. We don't need to use power mode 2 this early on. We're going to save it for later on in the race and take it easy up here. Oh, into turn 3 as Marquez comes back at us, and you know we've had some really tough battles with this man here. Side by side with our teammate, he's going to have the inside line dropping down the hill. Take it nice and cautious. I'm going to try and flick it back up his inside. Whoa! That was pretty close. We just about avoided a corner cut. We took a really tight line and we're back through on Marquez. And now hopefully... Oh, he's back up the inside. Look at him. He's just slid in front of us. This is pretty intense. 2 Hondas battling, but we're still pulling away from the rest of the field. Crazy stuff. And here he comes back up the inside. And someone's gone down. Jack Miller's gone down. That is big crash I just saw in the back of the shot there. Marc Marquez got all out of shape over the curb. End of the lap then, side by side with Marc Marquez, 32.4 from us. Into turn 1, cover him off. He got alongside at the start finish straight, which means that if we don't get a good run out the final corner on the last lap and he's right behind us, it could be pretty messy at the end of the race, photo finish or anything like that. And with 3/10 clear of Marc Marquez now, apparently. Keep it nice and clean on exit. Got, it looks like Dovizioso coming up, Viñales in 3rd place, but at the minute we're still in 1st. I really wish this was a dry race, but you know, wet race could throw Marquez into a mistake or anything. So it'll be interesting to see. It's going to keep the race interesting. Into turn 6. I know Marquez was quick at these 2 corners on the last lap. I'm just trying to focus on my exit. Going around the final corner to end lap number 2. We still lead over our teammate Marquez, who's glued to the back of us pretty much. I can't see us escaping him, but I can see us battling with him all race long. Take it nice and easy into turn number 1. Avoid the curb on the inside. Don't want to bounce and slip off the bike. Don't want the front to fold, anything like that. But we've maintained the fast lap of the race. That's pretty good. And braking at the top of the hill. This is one of these areas where Marquez is strong. He might come up our inside. Every time I tip it in there at turn 3, I'm kind of scared that he's going to come flying up the inside and knock us both off. I do not trust him one bit behind. But if we can stay ahead, we might just win this race. Maybe Marquez will make a silly decision or something like that and go flying off. Because I think he's got almost a 90-odd point lead, if I remember correctly, to the last episode over us. So it's all... He's starting to run away with it here a bit. We're only halfway through the season. He's already got that much of a gap. Hold it through turn 7. Whoa, just don't want the power to slip. You have to be so careful when accelerating on the curbs. Into the penultimate corner. I wonder if we'll set another fast lap of the race. See what I mean? You accelerate on there and you get no grip and it could throw you off. But Petrucci 28.9, that exit at the final corner cost me a decent lap. Quartararo 28.9, I gotta respond. Marquez still glued to the back of us. He's not going anywhere. Again, brake into turn 3. Very cautious on the brakes here. There's lots of areas where I can improve, but I don't want to push yet. I'm keeping the field nice and compact, actually. Petrucci's in second. I thought it was Dovizioso. Petrucci going very quickly now. Let's see if we can break into the mid-28s. See if we can up the pace a little bit. Looks like Petrucci's going to be battling for second place here. A little bit wide at turn 6. Just can't find the grip. Maybe that Ducati's working well. Around at turn 7. There is... Whoa! Marquez has hit the deck! Petrucci came up our inside. What happened to Marquez? I don't know. Was he just defending or something and just went down? But this could be our golden opportunity to catch up again in the championship. I don't know if that's Marc Marquez in 14th or whether it's one of them has to be Marc Marquez. But we lead 29.3. Still not a great lap. Need to try and up the pace if possible. Let's see if we can do it on this lap. Power mode 2, 28.7. Rins with the fastest lap of the race. But I'm starting to stretch now. Nicely at turn 3 there. More committed on the brakes. Starting to push. We're pulling a bit of a gap now to Danilo Petrucci behind. Tip it into turn 4. These are the corners we struggle most, 6 and 7. You can see getting on the curb there. Not ideal. Not ideal running deep either into turn 7. If we can get a decent exit, maybe we can break into the mid-28s. Petrucci's caught us back up again. It's the penultimate corner. And then to the final corner. Let's see what this lap time's like. Struggled on exit again, and Alex Rins has gone down this time. 28.3. Much faster lap, but Danilo Petrucci's been able to go with us. And I've not got enough fuel to make it to the end of the race, apparently. So I need to do some fuel saving in the middle of this lap, I think. And then we should be back on track. We're only fractionally under, but we should be alright. Braking at the top of the hill. Again, trying to be a bit more committed. Just don't want to make a mistake at this late stage in the race. We want to hold on to this lead if we can. Petrucci's still there though. Rossi in 3rd. But there's quite a big gap to 3rd place, man, which is Valentino Rossi. Bit deep there, but get away with it. This could be our first win in a while for Honda. Obviously Honda are used to winning with Marc Marquez. Just not with us. Again, running deep. Oh, no, Petrucci's hit the deck now. What happened to him? At that corner, whoever's behind us just seems to be cursed or something. Just make a mistake and down they go. But we've got a lot of pressure lifted now. We've just got one more lap to navigate. Petrucci's crashed again. Where's Marc Marquez? We've got a bit of a gap to Valentino now. 28.8. Not brilliant lap time. Into turn number 1. I'm going to use power mode 2 up this straight out of turn 1. Just can't get the power down very well there. And we conk down on exit. Aleix Espargaro hitting the deck now. The AI seem to be struggling here. Into turn 3, off back right, off going really cautiously. I have no confidence here in the wet conditions. And look how much Valentino Rossi's caught up to us. And Dovizioso's there in 3rd place now. Breaking down the hill again, running deep. Get away with it, and we've got a big pack behind us, so I need to keep this gap. We'll have led every single lap pretty much. We jumped Marquez into turn number 1. And now we've led ever since. Can we hold on to this lead? Yeah, so far so good. 2 more corners to navigate now. Bit of a gap again to Rossi. Just hooked up those few corners nicely. A bit of a stoppie into the penultimate corner. We managed to hold on, and just the final corner to navigate now in these tricky conditions. Whoa, scary. I'm glad it's over, but we're going to take the win for Honda. And Marquez crucially fell off, which is going to drop him right down the order. Where's that going to make us finish? Alex Marquez 7th. Marquez in the last, well, I didn't even classify. So that allows us to close up. Now we jump up 2 positions with 67 points over Marquez after that win. Still on top in the team and constructors. So let's head out to our home Grand Prix where hopefully we can get another win. Back-to-back wins would be ideal. That's what we always aim for in this episode. The Austrian Grand Prix and British Grand Prix, we try to aim for back-to-back wins. So in the end, we narrowly missed out on Q2. I was fastest overall about halfway through the session, so I ended it, and then 3 tenths gained by Morbidelli and Aleix Espargaro. That's annoying, but hopefully the home crowd can cheer us on here at our home race. So it looks like Marquez is going to be on pole position once again. I'm going to go for a medium front. I'm going to go for a hard rear tyre, and we're going to head down to the track, where hopefully we can take a back-to-back win, if not at least a podium. We've gone for a hard tyre, Marquez has gone for a medium, so that could be our saving grace. We usually do pretty well with a hard rear tyre, but let's see, we've got 5 laps ahead of us at our home Grand Prix. See what we can do then. See if we can send one up the inside. Oh no, we've messed up our line into turn number 1. It's okay though, we can sort of hold it around the outside, lose a few positions there. See if we can get them back into turn 2. Then into 3. Oh, I all come flying in. Tricky start to the race, but Marquez leads from Rins, from Dovizioso. Let's see if we can use our new improved aero package to reduce drag, so it should increase our top speed theoretically, and it seems to be doing so. Let's get Miller up the inside. Into turn 8. Oh, Crutchlow back around the outside. Get him on the cutback. Into turn 10. Again, a little bit wide there. Down the F1 start-finish straight, of course. They use a slightly different start-finish straight. Same track layout, but slightly different pits and start-finish straight. And we're in 7th place right now. We can start to fight our way up from 13th place we started. Let's see if we can get Vinales now. Former teammate, of course, of the Monster Energy Yamaha team, who we won the championship for. And we're in a bit deep there. Just trying to find somewhere where we can out-wrestle him. Maybe at the final corner here. And it's Dovizioso in 2nd place. Hopefully he can get ahead of Marquez, because Marquez just keeps winning and winning and winning, and we're past Vinales. Good stuff there. Into P6, and on the hunt for Fabio Quartararo we go, and then it's Valentino Rossi. So 2 Yamahas to find our way past, and then it's the Suzuki Rins. It's big guns of Ducati and Marquez to go after. Palmo 2 down this straight. Again with our improved drag. Our reduced drag, sorry. We're really starting to get in on Quartararo. Look how powerful that slipstream is. Lift him up a little bit up the inside. Through on the young Frenchman. Is he going to come back up our inside? Whoa! Jesus Christ, he weren't happy with us there. Really weren't happy. We make it back on track after he nerfed us off. Giving us a taste of our own medicine, I guess. Just less than a second back to Valentino Rossi now into turn 11. 58.5 from Marquez, 58.9 from us. So we're about almost half a second off of Marc Marquez, who just seems to be pulling away from Dovizioso in second place. Close right in on the back of the Yamaha man. Soon we get him down the straight. Oh, a bit on the grass there. That's not helped us out. We haven't got power mode 2 either. Try and save a little bit of fuel. Oh, deep on the brakes. Valentino's going to come straight back at us. Just overcooked it on the brakes there. Oh, look at him trying to cut us off. We're going to switch it back up the inside of Valentino Rossi. Block him off there. Up into P4 now. In time to give chase to the Suzuki of Alex Rins. Missed the apex a little bit. Turn 1. Turn 1. Turn 11. Only got 2 laps left after this one. Don't know if we're going to have, number 1, the pace, because Marquez is lapping about 4 tenths quicker than us. But if we have the pace, do we have the time to catch up to Marquez? He's just edging further and further away each lap. I'm getting closer to Rins at least. I suppose that's a good thing. See if we can get him then. If we can get a good run at the final corner. Here we go then. 58.5 from Marquez. 58.6. We're getting closer to his time. But he's still a couple of tenths quicker on that lap. And he's edging away from Dovizioso now. Look at that. He's just unstoppable this season, isn't he? He really is on fire. Oh, look at that. He threw on Rins just about. Oh, he's going to get us back. Let's cut him back. Good exit side by side with the Suzuki, but the Honda's just going to power away, especially with power mode 2. Let's go. Pulling away now from Rins and giving chase. Oh, we've ran deep. Let's go and give chase to Dovizioso. Going to be starting the final lap, then we've got a little bit of extra fuel. Let's use it out the final corner. 58.3 from Marquez. 58.4. That was our chance to go even faster than Marquez, but he responds into turn 1. We're a little bit wide. We're just pushing on the limit right now. Trying to close down Dovizioso. Ultimate damage limitation to Marquez, basically. This will be. 8 tenths off. Not very smooth through there. Come on, we're on the limit. Pushing ourselves and this Honda to the max. Definitely not enough today to beat Marc Marquez, who's unstoppable in this career mode this season. He's absolutely on fire. I've run it deep there. Try and get a decent exit. Bit of power mode 2 if we need it, but we haven't got much fuel. Dovy's pulled away a little bit on this lap. Gap's back up to almost a second. Oh, we've closed in. Very nice. Haven't got enough fuel to go power mode 2, unfortunately. 8 tenths off. Come on. Get him. I don't think we're going to get him. It's so close. Oh, maybe one more lap. Unless we could do it Alex Rins, that'd be crazy. Not like that. Let's go. Marc Marquez takes the win, and we can't hold it there. So we're going to have to settle for 3rd place. Not bad, not bad. 58.3, 57.9. He was just on fire. 57.4 from Danilo Petrucci there. Wow. So, unfortunately, Marquez is reinstating his lead. We lose a position back to Dovizioso. Drop back into 4th place. I don't know if we're going to be able to beat Marquez this season. Starting to have doubts for the first time. And he's going to get us. And that'll be 2-1 if he wins this season. And we'll have to try and get him back next season. But let's keep on fighting. Still leading for Honda. But another podium in the bag. But Marquez, he's just on fire this season. And we just have to give it hats off to him. But anyway, that's been it for today's episode. I really do hope you have enjoyed this career mode episode to date. If you have, smash the like button, share it around with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys in the next one.